Siyasanga, Kanyisa, JAMJAM.
Yes.
Yourself, love your job, man. Being a comedian in this day and age, man.
Yes, a lot of fun. Yes.
And if you're Will Smith and your wife had just come through that information,
I'm not gonna frazzle myself in front of billions of people.
No, but shout out to who will stand on business.
Lots of rugby this past couple months, couple weeks.
Yeah.
Box that dominated against Ireland.
No, send them to Lobster, send them to Bloom, send them to Brakpan, send them
Springbok bomb squad game plan is literally abusing test laws. Test rugby. That's what he said.
You have a guy like Oxenchain who's almost like born to scrum.
Then the Box play against Portugal. Down to 14 men. You know, and obviously they still was dominant that was.
Yeah, that was like when we see D-Rex on the team sheets, we emphasize
Sasha, Feinberg,
Yeah.
Gomez,
yeah.
Songs Cloud.
You have to play for the team that went to high school in. Yeah. Yeah, we'll be right. But yeah, no.
You know, school goes, you know, we went through a test, came back positive. Every single player out there listening, you guys watching, listening, talk to whoever you need to talk to, get the help you need. And yeah, it's important just to stay ahead of it, you know. But we are seeing a trend, you know, because obviously Schumacher and Pele,
Yeah,
you know.
If my men have fallen to those
Temptations.
yeah. So
Now they're like, oh, okay, after I play, I must take a photo with my other front roommates and we must have the beers in line. So, but obviously we had the two youngsters, Hugo and Oscar. Allegedly they were arrested. What's the first thing you think of when you wake up?
my bank account.
Would you take 50,000 rand or dinner with Siyaphilisi?
50,000.
Female celebrity crush.
No, boy.
Wait, Welcome. Okay. Players. We are active. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Scrum At Me show. We outside. It's the first time we live. Tishara, how you feeling?
No, I'm feeling great.
Feel good.
It's an honor to be here on the Scrum At Me show.
Yeah.
It's a historic day.
Yeah.
Welcome to all our fans and all our viewers all across the world.
Yeah.
It's the first episode of the Scrum At Me show, so I'm quite excited to be here.
Yeah, no, Tishara, that's true. It is our first episode, and we are live, you know, and I'm actually your host, Buki Sofisa, and I'm here with my co-host, Eastern Cape's greatest rugby mind, in my opinion, Tishara, aka Snija Janela. Yeah, before we get started, we have to just say thank you to our sponsor, the Scrum At Me. Thank you for
Shout out.
yeah, thank you for everything you've done for us. Thank you to our fans, thank you to our followers, thank you to everybody that's tapped in. You know, obviously just tap in again. If you know someone that isn't tapped in, tap them in, send them the link, get them started, get them going. Tishara, any words you gonna give them? Any words?
No, I'm excited for the Scrum At Me show.
Yeah.
We're gonna unpack the latest news, the latest rugby news all across the world.
Yeah.
Super exciting season heading into a rugby championship in a few weeks' time. So, no, there's a lot happening in the world of rugby.
Yeah, then let's get to it. But Tishara, first things first, we have a guest. We have a big guest today. Okay, our big guest hails from Grahamstown, St. College, South Africa's favorite funny comedian / rugby commentator as well, social media commentator. Siyasanga, Kanyisa, JAMJAM.
JAMJAM.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Kanyisa, JAMJAM.
Yeah,
I didn't say Siyasanga, I'm sorry about that. Yeah. Otherwise, how are you, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Yeah.
Surviving. Life's good. I can't complain.
Yeah. I must say, obviously, social media, real life is very different. Obviously, we used to see the videos on Instagram. We used to see the commentary there. Yeah. Now we're here, we live.
Yeah, man. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah. So, just for you, just give us a few words. How did you actually get started with comedy? Obviously, you're a comedian. We hear the jokes, we laugh, we entertain every single day. How'd you get started?
So my comedy journey started probably 2018.
Yes.
There was a good friend of mine who was at St. Andrews College with me who started comedy around the same time. So then, yeah, he had told me for years about like, you must try it out, get on stage.
Yeah.
He's tried out for the first time in 2014.
In 2014?
He tried out in 2014.
Okay.
And by the time 2018 hit, he kept on nagging. Yeah. If anyone ever claims my success, it's that guy. We're still great friends now, and he's in TV production now.
Okay.
Still does stand up on the side, but not like as mainstream as me. But that's pretty much where I got my start in 2018.
What does he do in TV production?
He like produces shows for like MTV Base Africa.
Okay.
So some of these like reality shows,
Yeah.
In that realm,
Any particular shows that come to mind?
MTV, you got Got.
You got Got?
Yeah.
Like the Africa one, no?
Yeah.
Oh snap!
He did that.
So how does that work? How does Africa, is it the same concept?
Just doing it in Africa. Yeah. Okay. So whatever like MTV have these shows that are like international. Take them to each continent or like each
Yeah.
So
it's awesome. We all need a friend to push us in the right.
Yes.
I love your job, being a comedian in this day and age where
there's a lot of
day in, day out,
there's always something fresh happening. I mean, when you open up News 24 app in South Africa, there's always something new, fresh. That's funny, or at least I find funny that there's a funny angle for. So it's a nice time to be a comedian.
I have to ask, when you talk about comedic inspirations, if you had to name 3 that come to mind, just quick one.
There's a guy called KG Mohadi who directs my show. He's probably the biggest influence in my comedy career, and probably a guy I try to mirror as much as possible. So he's based in Cape Town, very successful comedian. Probably, I think, the best comedian in South Africa. Then the influences, Trevor Noah, be hard to not be. He took it to another level. The way he went international, it's like, like in rugby terms, it's like see a police where they just like, they figure that they're larger than life now, you know what I mean? Like you can't just call them on the phone and be like, they plugged life. They did everything that people couldn't imagine that they could do. They didn't. So Trevor Noah's there, and then last one I'd probably say internationally was with Chris Rock. I was a big fan and still am a big fan.
So enjoy these scandal masters.
Yeah.
We're inspired.
When Will was smacking him around. that was Hey, bro, you cook my better. I'm like getting
But that's how you know that the player was had enough, Yeah. I thought that whole thing was fake. I'm like, there's no way that Will Smith really got up there and just slapped Chris Rock. It just looked way too fake.
Will Smith, on his biggest night as well, Will Smith won an Oscar for the first time. But no one even remembers that, bro. They just remember they fucking shit somebody.
But was it genuine? I also think maybe the pressure where the camera was going on.
I think he got launched. He got launched by the government.
Yes, but they say Jane and as soon as Chris Rock went to come in, Jane and his gave the eye.
Yeah, he's gonna leave him awesome. Awesome, okay. It's like,
What would you play in that situation?
If
you were Will Smith and your wife had just come through that information, I'm
not gonna frazzle myself in front of millions of people like that.
Okay.
Yeah, there's so much, bro. There's so man. Like I would definitely have a word with Chris Rock and be like, dude, come on.
But behind the cameras.
Yeah, behind it, but to do it live like that is a bit crazy.
Yeah. No, but shout out to Will Stand on Business.
Yeah.
That was
probably the last time. That was probably the last time people disrespect me. Or thought of, yeah.
No, but guys, but obviously we have topics, you know.
Yeah.
We're here to talk about sports. We're here to talk about social, cultural events.
Yeah.
But obviously rugby-wise, lots of rugby this past couple months, couple weeks.
Yeah.
Obviously, we have the Boks that dominated against Ireland. Obviously, second game, I wouldn't say dominant, but we'll take the good moments, and obviously we'll move forward with those. What do you think about the Boks being dominant against Ireland? You think they were dominant? You think that they have some work on? What's your opinion on this?
Dominance is first game we were dominant.
Okay.
I was happy with the first game, to be honest.
Yeah.
I was very happy. I think personally we made a mistake by playing Ireland, Durban in the second game. I always feel like when it's tough opposition, we must send them to. Yeah, send them. I know we want to play the game in every major city, but send them to Loftus, send them to Bloom, send them to Brakpan. It was just cold night in Brakpan. Captain Box, Yeah, bro. Have the Toyota Hiluxes blasting off course music and one of those rolls going on. Durban is too casual, bro. So the second game for me was I don't think anyone we shouldn't have underestimated Ireland like that. I thought the second game was probably going to be a bit easier, but then in the first half they just came out. Guys have their hands on their eyes like it
was down too. Now it's like, who's in this lane that was both blocks? I'm a 10, but when you're down.
Like when you play in rugby and your main guy, even when we were in high school, your main guy goes down. Especially even at first team level, when the super player comes down. And that's how people looked at Instagram. They're like, yo, if he's going down. And he's there. He's bleeding. It looks like he's out of it. So
I think Ireland came with a plan that day.
Yeah, Ireland definitely. And for me, we must also give credit to Ireland for sustaining it for that long, because they even sustained the pressure of the bomb squad, which other teams, as soon as the bomb squad starts to hit, they started taking back seat. But Ireland stayed in the game and made sure that they were always in reach.
But I think a combination of the outside pressures, people are talking about the bomb squad on Twitter. I saw videos. Was it Mark Andrews? What's his name? Mark Williams. Yeah. And he's talking about how Matt Williams is exactly. He's talking about how the Springbok bomb squad game plan is literally abusing test laws. Test rugby. That's what he said. They should change test rugby laws because the Springbok bomb squad is abusing the laws.
Let me put in here. At the 49-minute mark, 6 South African forwards walked on the field. Is that what the replacement laws for safety were designed for? And that is not any criticism of South Africa. It's not a criticism of Rassie. It's a criticism of World Rugby that allows that to happen. That is not what our game is designed for. The South Africans took full advantage of a loophole in the system, and that penalty try.
What the fuck?
What do you think about that? How is having a game plan and using your strength abusing the laws?
We spoke a bit about it off camera, actually, and we said, life's not fair. we don't play sport for it to be it's not like Man City looks at Ipswich Town and it's like, oh, those guys don't have the same budget. Let's increase our budget. No, we've got the best forward pack producing country in the world. We're gonna play towards our strength. It's like, do you guys remember when Grey Bloom used to? I remember Grey Bloom when I first saw it. I think it was 2007 when they had a squad for their first.
Oh yeah,
They have
two
they
players.
literally have the 50 players, and then the 7 players who don't play second, don't put around there, and the game would be neck and neck against these big schools, and then those 7 players would come on, and it's game over. And then people complain. I'll never forget, like Rugby 365 in the comment section, people complain. Bloom were like, "No, guys, there's nothing in the bylaws that says go do it yourself."
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it. I think if you have a problem with the ball, if we play to our strengths, what would you want us to do? That's wild to not play to your strengths.
Personally, I feel sorry for the front row players. We're tired, the championship round.
Yeah.
You remember, you see these guys getting it up.
Oh, we have to talk about the Wales game. Springboks versus Wales. Obviously the Boks put on a powerhouse scrum performance. I don't know who the youngster starting tight of the Wales team is, but he definitely felt some pressure. I think Ox was cooking. 39th minute, they made a sub. And if they make a front row sub, 39.
We've all been there. And we're talking off air a little bit. And what people don't understand, like about front row, is that it's almost unfixable in the game.
Yeah.
If the front row is getting scrum, you cannot fix it on the day. Like these backline players will come and tell you, guys, what's going on in the scrum? But trust me, like the tightest is trying his best.
But it's hot.
It's hot when you have a guy like Oxenchain who's almost like born to scrum.
And this just lock this one.
Just lock, yeah. Get lower. You're like, bro, I can get as low. I can get parallel to the ground. This guy is just a hot scrummer. That's it. You can't fix it.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Shout out to that Wells guy for taking that. Yeah, he took it on the chin. Yeah, I hope he'll come back better. But there's not much you can do in a scrum to fix it on the day. Yeah, and the worst is, I think, as a scrum, someone in the scrum, especially tight end, is when you get subbed in the first half. It's obvious. Yeah.
Once you off, I don't know how much time you have left, but you know when to come back on.
Yeah,
it's the first 20. It's
the front row switch. Not tactical.
It's because you're having a bad game. Trying your time. Okay. But then the Boks play against Portugal. Down to 14 men.
Fantastic.
Obviously they still were dominant, I thought.
Yeah, it was a lot of work.
Yeah.
Like Portugal first, I wanted to give Portugal their flowers for pitching up. They stepped up. They were looking to run the ball, man. They own too. But Portugal, you don't expect them to say, actually, let's check what's going on out wide against the Springboks. And to have things come off it. So I enjoyed that game. I think a lot of the youngsters from South Africa were blooded, did well. I enjoyed seeing a few faces that were there now, and then obviously will be carried over into the ranks. Yeah, and building up to 2027, because we've got a long road to the next World Cup. So I enjoyed the Portugal game a lot.
Very good game. Obviously, my PNG came through, scored a hat trick.
Right? Yeah, T-Rex. Yeah, when he's climbing the ladder. Yeah, he's fourth now, I think.
Yeah, I think
so. It's Cabana, Hughes, Joffrey, and
I hope they can put him in the starting team so he can, reach at least enough tries to get close to it.
I don't. There's not any South African who would be against that. Like when we see T-Rex on the team sheet, we every South African side, and so
Okay. No, I think, and then obviously we have to get into replacement. What's that? Obviously, what's that? Broken Mustard had a big injury. I think he broke something in his leg in the last game. And obviously, Ardie Savea came through. And I think I want to say he wore that. He wore that jersey with pride.
Represent.
He's consistent. He's one of those subs that's been consistent for the Boks. I really enjoy his play. We all love a good UFC match. in the middle of the game.
Yeah, man, when he held those 4 guys by himself.
Yeah.
I think, very good replacement. I mean, we've got depth in that position. In the lock sort of space, I think. But
New captain, what do you think about new captain Salman? Did he serve some justice there?
I think he will probably cover the same role that Marvin already did.
In a way.
Yeah, where he's gonna give you most times he's gonna give you 6 to 7 out of 10 performance. Be consistent, good lineouts. He's gonna do some of the stuff that what you.
Hey, Nick, can you give us some clips?
That maybe you won't get his name like you probably won't get man of the match or anything, but those guys are necessary to have in the squad, and I think he did himself proud as well.
Or else he shocked us when he made him captain.
Yeah.
No, but it's good, man. Congratulations to him.
Yeah, man, it was a big milestone.
Captain.
Yeah, that's a big.
At that age, it's just a good testament to good things to come in his career. So we're very excited for what the future brings for him.
Okay. And I think we also have to talk about, I think South Africa has a new star. Sasha Feinberg.
Yeah.
Gomez.
Yeah.
SoundCloud.
Yeah, bro.
SoundCloud. Oh, what did you say?
Well, like now we have to keep that guy away from the nightclub. Yeah. I beg people, right? I beg people. I'm like, guys, please stay away from him. We need to protect this guy. Imagine him and Damian Williamson in a bomb jersey at the same time, running the ball, same. Those guys, coast to coast. Have you seen how in sync they are for Stormers? They can switch out. This one can play 10, and it's not even a thing, bro. So for me, hey, that guy, I'm glad that we gave him the opportunity, because there was a stage where he had gotten an interview tour, but it was just like sort of just training squad.
Yeah.
And then there's always that threat of him being half English. That they might. Yeah. So I'm glad that. I'm glad that they eventually made that decision to be like, let's not play. Because when you're in the international wilderness and you're such a top player like him, and then you see every season you're seeing your friends go overseas, interview to a July test. Eventually, you look at that English passport and be like,
it's appealing.
Yeah, let me trade this in, but I've given South Africa as much as I can.
He's really a Springbok. I watched the interview that he did, and it seems like, I don't know, he must be, I don't want to say media trained, but it seems like he definitely has some sort of mental. He's done some work,
I was lucky enough to be at the stadium in Bloemfontein to watch that match against Portugal. That chap just oozes confidence. He looks like 100 tests. The way he carries himself on the field, he's just that guy's class. He shows his vibe. This is
he's not here to just collect a cap, and he wants to be hysterical, as we say. He wants to be, you know what I mean? I'm glad that you also notice that right, this guy's not coming on to be like, I'm gonna just do the last 5 minutes, close out the game. No, he wants to be there in the big moments, like especially against Ireland. He came on and he's
not shying away. He's getting stuck in.
Yeah,
they say the great players are the ones who look for that moment.
Yeah, winning time.
5 out of 5 when he came on. So we're very happy with the kicking performance. I'm just on the basis of because struggling on the weekend.
Yeah, man, those kicks, they started to. The thing is, at test level, there's no margin for that. Our margin of errors are so. Yeah, bro. So the kicks that you're meant to be getting, you should get them.
The first, I think it was the first kick from the right. Hey, man, but the over Russ has got some words for him. Apparently, the media said he's talking to us.
Yeah, he must go have a sit down. Yeah, consultation. With the quick round of kicking, we do. When Mani's, because his kicking performances, like when they won the UFC, the first UFC, he was the best kicker in the competition. So, man, I don't know what's happening at national level, but I hope he does sort it out.
I think that's the good thing about what I see in the Springboks. They run a very, very tight ship. Performance is the key. Your place isn't guaranteed. You have to fight for your spot, and the harder you fight, it's you guarantee. You start to secure your spot. I want to guarantee you start to secure your spot in the team.
Because if you look, even like guys like one of my favorite players, Warren Kalan, I thought he was gonna be a 57, 50 to 70 cap.
It should be by now.
And yeah, sometimes, like you said, they you don't know what, like, I don't know what actually happened there, but it's not guaranteed, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
When it's not guaranteed, especially in Rusty's camp, it's not guaranteed that your spot is.
Yeah, I guess everyone is trying to find out what is the secret sauce, what is the thing that makes the box. And I would say it's the fact that it's not guaranteed.
Yeah,
everyone knows it's not guaranteed. So if you don't play not well, you have to play amazingly all the time, and if you don't, there's someone else who's ready to play amazingly.
So ready.
I think the competition is so tight. You have to be, the margin for error is so.
Yeah.
So it's tough to come on and make mistakes. One loose pass, one or two loose pass. If you follow Geland's journey at the Stormers this season already, we thought, hey, there's already one or two question marks.
Yeah. And obviously at national level,
there's just no room for it.
No room for it. So it's unfortunate.
Obviously, I put in the first year, he obviously had a few starts now. We've seen him play.
We can special.
Very, very happy to see him get to the game camp with the Box.
Yes.
We definitely saw the interview that Rassie gave. I think after the Wales game. They spoke. They asked what he thought about in the Sparsi's game, and yeah, it seemed like he was happy with the high ball. He felt that he had.
You saw the improvements.
Yeah, he's happy with the high ball. Yeah. He definitely sees some areas that he thinks could be at an amazing level. So I think Sparsi is definitely one for the future as well.
Yeah, I mean at that level, he's competing with Vinny, who's probably closer to him out of the door, but season, you know what you're gonna get with Vinny. Then there's Damian Williams, who for me, if he continues, could go down as the best Springbok backline player we've ever created. Wow. I rate Damian that high.
Yeah.
2 World Cups by the time he's 25. Come on now. So Apelela's in that route. That's who Indangazaki. He has to understand his peers are that level. It's Vinny, a 2-time World Cup. It's Damian, a 2-time winner, who's probably same age, similar age as Fassi. So Fassi, he needs the games that he's doing. I thought he did very well against Portugal. He must just continue at that. That's his trajectory. That's the level he needs to have whenever there's an injury or anything, and he gets an opportunity.
I think he's starting to come to his own in the international game.
Yes.
You can see the opportunities that he creates for the players out wide now, a lot more. I think with organized defenses, it's a lot harder at the international level, but hey, we enjoy counter attack.
Yeah.
We almost get excited when they kick the ball.
Yeah, we're getting like fascinated. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you ever watched, obviously, back in the day, it was a fullback from Southern. What's his name? Dan.
Or from the face.
Dan was a very.
And so similar feeling.
Yeah. Many times. Emotionally, you guys messed up. He's already plotting. Oh, what a player, man. Oh, man. You think there's few places that produce better schoolboy moments and memories like Eastern Cape, man.
Yeah.
Some of those derby days, those Gravis summer was big. Man. That always had an entertaining, like, who's gonna be like the king of Eastern Cape type vibe.
It's tough. These sort of derby days are the ones that produce
Yeah,
exactly.
I remember watching the 09 game between the 2009 game between Sia and them. They lost to someone.
I remember that.
And it was like Chris Clutie.
Conversation.
Yeah, Matt Williams got a red card in the end of the first half, and someone powered through. I mean, Chris Clutie, another one. So one player.
Yeah. But then as well, we have to talk about New Zealand academy team. Or I wouldn't say candidly, but it wasn't really their starting guys. They had a very, very, very convincing win over Fiji.
Yes,
so you've seen Coach Razor. He's in the Knicks now. We saw what he did with the Crusaders. We watched the back to back Super Rugby title wins. So how are you feeling about Coach Razor joining the All Blacks? How are you feeling about the All Blacks beating Fiji?
I think it was a good opportunity for them to also bring in some younger guys. I think, but Coach Reza I think he did well first with the 2 England games.
Mm-hmm.
England didn't come to play around. England didn't come to play. Yeah, England came through, and he even admitted himself. He was like, Super Rugby and Test Rugby is 2 different beasts.
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, for the sake of the rivalry, it's always nice when New Zealand are doing well. So yeah, I wasn't shocked at the victory against Fiji. I think they were using it the same as we did with the Portugal game.
Do you think that's what it takes? Do you know what it takes to take on the box?
The New Zealand team. I think we'll edge them based on our forwards. I always say this. I don't know what you guys think about it, and I don't know what people in general think about it. But I still say New Zealand are suffering from not playing Super Rugby.
Yeah.
Because you had to go to Bloemfontein and play Bulls, and you had to go play the Cheetahs in not Pretoria to play the Bulls. Cheetahs, you go to Bloemfontein. It's tough, dry fields, but you're gonna play against those 140 kg props.
Motorbikes in Bloemfontein.
Yeah, you're gonna play against those VIP and Nell characters who love scrumming.
They're the scrum.
They love contact.
Exactly.
So I think All Blacks missed that sort of physical preparation to really prepare for us against the Springboks. So I think that Super Rugby, us not being in Super Rugby, hurt them more than it hurt us.
Wow.
I was happy with the youngsters that they brought on, a few forwards there. Those boys, they don't take time to get into international rugby. Valuable contributions.
Playing what's in front of them,
No, I was very happy with it. Our race is on the right track with All Blacks.
Yeah. I mean, we saw the press conference with Rico Ioane and Simuris. They were obviously asked, what do you guys think about the new coach? Yeah, exactly, the new coaching appointment. And they were like, you know what, before the Razor, we're going to go to war for him, with him. So it's going to be a very interesting era for New Zealand rugby, I think.
Yeah, I think we're going to see some good clashes between us and them over the next couple of years. Yeah.
The box will come.
Yeah.
We'll see who's dancing at the end of it.
Yeah. Some nervous times playing All Blacks. But
I think one of the biggest surprises in New Zealand World Rugby, Ardie Savea makes move to Moana Pacific.
Yeah.
Hot ready for Stephen to decide for the elephants.
Yeah. State the origin by.
Come back home,
Imagine if they had something like that. You have to play for the team that you went to high school in. Yeah. We'll be rising. But no, great from Ardie. That's obviously gonna boost the team and.
Hey, Rog, just press play. Boy.
Sabuso, just want to say massive congrats on the announcement. You amaze me, man, and what you do for our game and our people. Really imagine obstacles and hurdles you would have to overcome.
Someone of your caliber look to join a team like Moana Pacifica.
I know it's not easy, but I know the next generations will will be a lot easier for them.
I know that you're going to do some great things at this club.
Thank you for always being a pioneer in the space and
You're honouring who you are. You've been true to who you are. Next season, God's really going to bless you in your new colours.
It's a lot of bravery and courage to be doing what you're doing.
putting some more ease to you. So I wish nothing but the
Trust
best.
yourself also. Love you also. Proud of you.
Backing you all the way. Love you heaps.
Your fans, your village, and your family move with you.
Really proud you came to this decision, and can't wait to see you next year.
Hi, Sam. Congratulations on choosing Moana Pacifica for your next team. Dad and I are very proud of you both. And hey, baby, I just wanted to say a massive, massive congratulations again.
It's like belly for Moana. Good luck for playing.
It's nice to see different people and get affirmed. People don't see as the quiet time and the struggle. Yeah. I know in my heart it's the right decision. It's just overwhelming with emotionals. Seeing Bus, my family, and other great legends of their sport in the industry. Just real grateful, Wales.
Like he said, he was like, hey, he doesn't think it's going to drop his performance levels when it comes to All Blacks selection or whatever. He says he wants to be judged the same way as he was when he was playing at Hurricane. So I think, if anything, he's going to step up to the challenge and give it more than it, just to show anyone who sort of has those whispers, those question marks of, oh, is it going to be a high level? It's still high level. That team is high level. So
Signing for 3 seasons.
Yeah, that's
Hopefully their fortunes can turn around a bit because they've struggled the last few seasons.
Yeah.
So
It has
big
been an
signing
adjustment
like
for them. You pick something like that, it should definitely happen.
So then, do you think that they're gonna finish maybe in a better position next spring?
I don't know if it will click. I don't think straight away. To be honest with you,
Go on, big brother there. Julian is also there.
I don't think straight away. I don't think it happens overnight, but I think they might start to win like some of those 50-50 games.
Yes, at least.
Maybe the Ardie Savea's presence might be able to mentally shift them into another gear.
Okay.
Hopefully he can get the forwards together and start dominating other paths.
Yeah.
I can see that happening.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I think also one thing that we have that's just shaking up the rugby world. We have to talk about my brother, Springboks. He went through a test, came back positive. Apparently, he has to test his B sample again. This is allegedly. This is what the reports are saying. Obviously, bad look for the game. Especially bad look for the man himself. Obviously, he's a very, very good guy, apparently. And
He's been through a lot.
He's been through a lot to get to where he's at, So we just, what do you think about it?
I feel for him, to be honest with you. It's the same with Apua Janchi, Elton Yankees. You'll never know what the reason was, but we'll never know the full story. But for me, I find it hard to not be sympathetic. Like, I know obviously they have to go through the motions, the punishment, and he's obviously gonna feel it. But it's true, especially with how things ended the season where he went missing as well. So there was a lot of mental health there's a lot of mental health issues that he was dealing with.
What do you think? Where do you think he went? Because I mean, he was missing, right? And then there was a song that came out, and he was like the artist. You know what He was missing in the rugby field, but he Lord Odin in the It's like fun.
But I think he might have just wanted a break from rugby, but didn't know how to communicate that properly and be like, yo, man, I just need I don't think I'm in the right frame of mind to be playing right now. But it does look it is probably a bit disappointing if you like Jake White in that situation where a guy goes missing from rugby, but then you see him pursuing other endeavors and whatnot. But back to what we initially with the discussion about, I guess the substance. You know, in these cases, they've said multiple times that the B sample almost always comes back with the with the positive result. So
Well, the same as the A.
it's an A sample. So I just hope he gets the help he needs. I would love to see him in a rugby situation after the ban.
Yeah.
So much potential, but it's gonna be a tough 4 years. I won't lie.
I think also no one really talks about the mental battles that you go through as a player. Obviously, he's a young guy. You know, he made it big at very, very young, and I think the trials and tribulations that it takes to get there, you know, they do leave a mental trauma of some sort. And I guess it's important that every single player out there listening, you guys watching, listening, talk to whoever you need to talk to, get the help you need. And it's important just to stay ahead of it. You know, this mind is can be very, very tricky.
Well, you remember when the All Blacks started that thing of like taking breaks, like they sabbatical, and I'd love to see like a sort of study or study on that, and maybe a similar thing here where it's like, what are the avenues for you to be like, nah, man, this I'm not in the right headspace to tackle this. You know, we need to also maybe look into what forces a player to go that route, to go on banned substances. Is it I'm not getting selected at a high level anymore?
So
Or
a lot of pressures happen there. I think as fans also we need to be mindful of the struggles that these players go through.
Yeah.
It's very easy to go to the comment section and say he's cheating, he's a cheater.
Yeah.
But I think we need to understand context of a situation. We're not condoning his behavior.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's right and all that, but we are mindful of the struggles that he faced
Yes,
previously.
he's also in the competition for literally the hottest spots in South African rugby. The wings, and wings in South Africa. It's literally at any given time in South Africa there'll be like six. There'll be 6 wings who are Bok level or Bok ready.
Yeah.
So that if you have a bad season, you can drop down to 5th choice, 6th choice.
Yeah.
And we need to allow people or allow the space to understand that he's human. That pressure, we don't know how it feels, but it must be something if that's what it produces, that he'd have to go that route. So we must be mindful of that, I think.
No, shout out to the Cheetahs also for giving him a lifeline that we thought was a positive step in the right direction to salvage what's left of his rugby career.
Yeah.
And this is just a major setback, and strong jam into him.
Yeah.
But like they say, every setback is an opportunity for a bigger comeback.
Yeah.
You know? So
That's why I said I'd love to see him in that jumper before. I wouldn't like to see him. Yeah, I wouldn't like to see him just retire.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
rapping.
you see like you example.
Yeah, he mustn't go to the rap show. Not yet. Yeah, man. Don't need to go to the rap rock.
Yeah, but then obviously we see what's his name,
Yeah.
He's obviously making a comeback. Started at the Sharks.
What he tried the other day, by the way.
He still tried.
Didn't work out with the Sharks.
Obviously that's the Bulls now.
Yeah.
Scored a try on the weekend.
Do you guys remember they were spicing with Jackie that the reason why he took performance enhancers was because he got fetched by Fussy. Remember? Do you remember that? Yeah. He broke it and then Fussy built it. Yeah. And then people were like, he went home that day. He let go his light here. Yeah. So he went and got whatever he needed. He was like, no, man, life is on Fetcher live.
I must handle it.
I'm up here, Jackie, the starting Springbok wing, and you Fetcher, they like, No. Nah, I'm getting fetched by a new boy. No, there's no way, man.
But we are seeing a trend, because obviously Chili Boy is a player.
Yeah.
But it was crazy because I watched the interview with Chili Boy where he was talking about some sort of conspiracy, but he wasn't really clear about what the conspiracy was. So, but they asked him a very direct question, and he answered with a conspiracy.
Oh, there's conspiracy.
I don't know.
You see, when you start going, it's like then it looks like you're not taking accountability. But because Chili Boy was caught like more than once. He was caught a few occasions. Because there's a time where even Bjorn Basson got caught. And they said it was medication for.
They were all given the same.
Yeah.
Remember that?
So medication, whatever. But then now you're doing it. When you're a repeat offender in these things, it's hard to do.
It's tough.
And for conspiracy, Chili Boy needs to give us his facts. So he needs to have proper pictures by saying that's a conspiracy. This is what I'm here. They they messing around with the samples.
C and T samples always they will be happy.
But these I remember even Elton wanted to go to Z samples. Elton was fighting. He was like, no, but C samples. No. Elton's like, no, but to see something. Yeah, but Elton will test himself. He said, no, guys, test it again. Test it again.
That's a T sample, bro.
You was gonna go through the whole office, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's Elton's career. He's gotta make sure he at least gets it all out there.
Yeah.
I watched the video on his Instagram and he's talking about the return, so
I saw that.
so it looks like also there's something in the kitchen, someone cooking.
As a sports fan, I think it would be nice, to go have our lost image of him, playing whatever.
We need it.
Yeah, just to be like, okay, there was some sort of redemption arc to the story, not just phased out because of his, what he has done.
Yeah. But obviously it was just quite obviously wish him well. Obviously, like we say, these things are never planned. It's not good that they happen, but you learn from it, you become a better person.
But I've always thought in rugby, because in the last couple of years, this thing has become quite problematic. There's been I saw something where there was someone who, I think it was one of these testing agents, where was saying that a lot of the positive samples in South Africa in general are in junior levels. It's quite alarming that more than 60% or something were in junior ranks.
It's a big thing where these boys are massive nowadays in junior school. Where I can't believe that when he says so many.
Can I be honest? In my time, it was always those guys where we saw you were playing thirds last year. No one was giving you. Now you put on 20 kgs and it's muscle. Come on. There was always those. But it's only become a thing now. So I think people need to be really aware of what they consume.
Yeah, but it is the pressure. People want to make it, and want to be chosen. But I also think that you can take whatever substance that you want, but you still have to put in the work.
Yeah.
The guys that do gain the muscle, they don't get me wrong. It's a shortcut, but they still put in that work.
Yeah.
They go to the gym, they run those hours, they run that bronco, they do the work that it takes to get there. And I guess sometimes it takes, and you get to that end and you realize that you have to just do more than actually work. You have to work diligently, you have to work properly within the system to get the maximum.
Yeah. Now there's a lot physical wise that goes into preparing yourself for competition of that level. So as a public, sometimes we'll never know. But hey, bro, like you're saying, the work still has to be done. Even if
now I'm worried now that all these people popping up testing positive and all that, the kids will start thinking, these young rugby players will start thinking, oh no, it's okay to take the easy way out. So all the youngsters watching out there, stay in school, don't do drugs.
Yeah, man. You stay with the USN products. Those have never let. There's no one who's ever been banned for using USN protein shake. Yeah. No one's ever.
I would say we actually even have to go a step further. I mean, if you talk about like, because I mean, the truth is, that alcohol is one of the worst things that you can do to your body when you, as an athlete. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Springboks themselves, you know, they don't drink that. I would say at all. You know, those guys, they maybe like not even after a game. Like you may see a photo of a guy holding a beer after a game, but I promise you, those guys, they work hard. They wake up, they go home to their families, and I think that's cool. That's a good thing. It's a very beautiful thing. We should promote that. And you know what? You go inside, you do your job, and then you go home to your family. But you don't have to go out and ruin your body. You know what I mean? Because those things you drink, and then it becomes a snowball effect. You know?
Yeah.
What would you say about that? If they had to put a ban on alcohol for all youngsters in rugby.
I think back in the day it would have sorted out a lot of things because, especially when you come from the smaller towns, and then you go to the big cities, the lights. You can't. You came from Grahamstown where there's like 500 people. Then you go to Cape Town where there's Claremont. There's long streets. You know what I mean? If mightier men have fallen to those temptations, so it is very hard to have that discipline. I don't know if there needs to be some sort of, like you're saying, maybe some sort of mechanisms put in place, or sort of the chats need to be like, guys, this is what's gonna happen. This is what's gonna tempt you. You know, stay away from, like you said, alcohol shouldn't be something that's featured major in a season, maybe off season or whatever. After the championship, I
think that's where it comes in. I think once you leave the room, you said, okay, fine. In the off season on the holidays, I think that you have to like scrap it out completely while you play. You have to commit to something.
I mean, bro, that's a lot. I don't know, bro. But they get paid to do it. I guess they get paid to, but I've not watched I'm trying to meet you somewhere. Bro. Like, go watch. So after you catch 40 points, you can't drink. No, there has to be some tequila or something. I'll put 40 points, and then you must go deal with it soberly.
I think the trick to it is to not drink every weekend as if you're celebrating. You know, every weekend. And you watch offs every weekend after the match. As if you won the tournament already, won the World Cup.
Those like post drinks or whatever, like you say, when guys will have like 1 or 2 beers with opposition, that's fine. But like, to like go like have you ever seen like a pro player blackout? Be like, and then like a couple of every player I've ever seen that's blackout, a couple of years down the line, they end up fading out, and I'm like, exactly. Getting carried out.
But the thing is, it's like you say, the kids see the behavior and they copy it. So they see after the game, whatever they said, the front row sitting there, the bomb squad's happy, had a big game, beer in the hand. Now they're like, okay, after I play, I must take a photo with my other front row mates and we must have the beers in our hand. So like people, they mimic that behavior. But like, for example, if the guy, like I think it was the first Ireland game, you started to see a lot of the Springboks with their wives, with their kids. And like, I think that's good. You're supposed to promote that. Now everyone will be like, now I want to be a buck and I want to be there with my kids and my wife. I think that's like the wholesome.
Definitely. I definitely.
Solid rock.
Yeah.
And not act like, we partying every week, and then the kids are like, hey, let's go party. But then no one's actually partying. And then the kids go out and they don't make it to the where they need to get to. You know?
Yeah, I definitely agree with you in that regard. That it should be, you should be more of a whole person, or that should be the example at the top. Like, you want to see sort of that, like, I mean, not everyone's going to be a family man or whatever. There's still going to be those guys. Who So it's all about balance.
Oh man, that balance is crazy.
Yeah, everything in everything in moderation.
Not to say we're gonna carry you out every day.
Yeah, if every time on tour we're carrying you out, then we need to have we're a problem.
But no, obviously we had the two rugby players in France. Because obviously France went to Argentina recently. The French team went to Argentina for a tour. They won the first game.
Yeah.
But obviously we had the two youngsters, Hugo and Oscar, and they were obviously allegedly they were arrested, or at least they were in police custody.
Heads down and hoods up, Oscar Jagu and Hugo Ordo were escorted by police into a convoy that took them from Buenos Aires to Mendoza. The two French rugby players are to be brought before the courts for the first time on Friday after they were accused of raping and savagely beating a woman last weekend. On Saturday, 6th of July, after the French rugby team had won a match against Argentina, they celebrated their victory at a bar in Mendoza. By around 4:30 a.m, the pair had invited the victim to their hotel, and that's where the player identified as Ordo allegedly raped her up to 6 times, according to her lawyer.
He threw her on the bed and punched her in the eye, then the face. He began to asphyxiate her, according to her account. She has blows all over her body.
Her lawyer said Jago entered the room and joined in once. The complainant allegedly tried to leave several times before finally getting out. This was a key moment for the player's lawyer, who says that the surveillance cameras show there was no visual evidence of violence.
We'll be bringing several of the testimonials and surveillance footage to the court. There are no signs of violence on her face.
The woman filed a complaint at 7:50 p.m. the same day. The two rugby players have maintained their innocence, saying their relations were consensual. Now the courts will decide whether or not to keep them in pre-trial detention. If found guilty, they could face up to 20 years in prison.
Premières images des rugbymen français accusés de viol en Argentine. Il est plus de 23 heures quand une partie du 15 de France se trouve dans ce bar de Mendoza. On voit ici Hugo Orado au comptoir en train de fumer. Melvin Jaminet est présent à ses côtés. Il est au cœur d'une polémique suite à des propos racistes tenus sur les réseaux. Après ce bar, Hugo Orado et son coéquipier Oscar Gigou se rendent en boîte de nuit. C'est là qu'ils rencontrent la femme qui les accuse de viol avec violence. Les faits auraient eu lieu dans cet hôtel où résidaient les sportifs. La plaignante de 39 ans a été hospitalisée dans un état psychologique grave. Les deux rugbymen français ont été mis en examen pour viol aggravé.
Because they had an issue with there was a lady that reported, sexual aggression, or there was something along those lines that was reported against them. The police apprehended them. What do you have any words about that? Just to give the youngsters watching out there, because obviously, like you said, all of these things do tie in, and I think the police handling it is probably the best thing. Sets the precedent.
It's very bad to see at that level, and you are you're saying you want the police to take charge of situations like that. It's very, very bad example to be set. It just there's no place for it in society, let alone rugby. There's just no place for people thinking that they can still get away with behavior like that. So it's quite it's actually very disappointing to see on a tour. I don't know what sort of that behavior is inexcusable.
Okay. No, JAMJAM. Otherwise, that leaves us, for the first part of the show, and now we're gonna get into something a little more exciting. We have a segment in the show called "Get Into the Scrum." So now we're gonna get into the scrum. we're gonna scrum, man. You know what I mean?
What does that even mean?
Get into the scrum.
What
You're pro boy. You be a title for scrum.
It was a long time ago. I don't get paid enough to be
No,
I don't get paid enough to be. I'll never,
no.
I never want to see a scrum in my life. I think it's years. You go for, you'll be in pain for years. Bro.
Yeah.
Big props out of you.
Essentially, we have just a fire round of questions.
Okay.
You know, answer them to the best of your ability, best of your knowledge. Just as honest as possible, also as quick as possible.
Okay.
You know, just to get that dynamic thing going. You know. So I'm gonna read the questions and then you'll obviously answer one by one.
Yeah.
Okay. Question number 1. What's the first thing you think of when you wake up?
My bank account.
Bank account.
Do I still have money? Yeah.
Yeah. How much is coming in?
How much? Yeah.
How much am I gonna invest?
Yeah. Nah.
Come on. Gotta get that portfolio. Yeah.
I should be thinking more like that, but yeah, I do like to check. Say, but I mean, get any money. It's money in. Yeah.
Focus down.
Yeah.
So, if you were to choose one flower to keep for your life,
Ever.
Yeah, ever.
One flower to keep for your life.
Past, present as well.
Past, present, one flower.
One flower of Johnny Wilkinson.
Johnny Wilkinson.
I think that guy.
You back him?
Yeah. He would. My life would be safe.
Money? No money stayed.
Johnny Wilkinson. Johnny did it in the final. Did it in the final.
Known for it.
And he got that crusty England team to a final. That 07 England team. The one of the worst teams to ever make a final. But
3 points at a time.
Yeah. He'd save my life for sure.
All right, now we 2 questions in. Okay. Question number 3. Your dream front row, JAMJAM. You're a coach of whatever team you want, and you're choosing your dream front row. Let's go.
Dream front row, that's a good one, bro. I think I'll take Kitchoff as number 1.
Kitchoff?
Yeah. Sorry. Austin's actually a brave man. Like, we chat and stuff, but like, no, it's because Kitchoff's introduction to rugby was wild. Like, at 18, they wanted to start him for Storm. You know, like, in high school, they wanted to take him straight from high school.
Australia.
That is
As Kitchoff bounced Kieran Lee. Bounce. I've seen Hot Bounce Kieran Lee.
Right, but
I've seen it. I've seen the clip.
Now, let's go to hooker. All time was South African.
Your dream front row.
Hooker. Bismarck was Bismarck could sort out anything.
Anyone.
Sort out anything. And only once did I see him get dominated. And that's probably like the biggest Springbok. It's a bit.
We'll take it on the
But you know what I mean?
What was he doing?
Yeah, right.
You know the bonds was hectic when
you reacted. Tight head. Tight head.
Trevor, give Trevor something.
I think I might actually just go with my boy Malhab.
Down the Trevor.
Bonam is another one that chat too often. But they in and around. But those Malhab, I've almost never seen that guy go back in the scrum. Yeah, he's solid.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Shall I get to the next question?
If you were to choose someone to lead the country, Rassie or Donald Trump?
Rassie.
I'm sure. Firstly, he's inclusive of everyone.
Fair enough.
Rassie, you know, one thing I champion him for is his transformation. He's very good. Because have you seen like all the things we have now, like Ouija and like all the
I was teaching something and I love it. We just incorporated.
you know what I mean? Yeah, man. You think Heineken Man's time, Heineken Man would be like, hey, let's go bump that music down the road, man. We would go, the Ouija,
I'm not gonna lie. I watched Chasing the Sun, and the was talking about introducing military tactics in the Springbok camp. I don't know what he meant by that, but I'm just saying he wanted to introduce military tactics in the Springbok camp, like they used to in the army. That's what he said.
Army, bro.
He said he was
No. You must leave that. But honestly, like I think the way he's tackled transformation in this thing. I mean, Trump would kick us out of our own country. Yeah,
but I think
Trump would kick us out of it.
Trump comes with the business, he'll tell you.
It's fine. He can keep the business. He's not gonna give us business. I'll tell you that. The tender will stop immediately for us.
Okay. Next question. Let's get to it.
Yeah.
Would you take 50,000 rand or dinner with Siyakolisi?
50,000 rand. You know how many dinners I've had? Come on, man. Must be a serious question, man.
No, man.
What is the dinner? I've had dinners with them, and they've done nothing for me. I think I walked out of there and see it like, yo, man, yes. Yeah, I'm gonna help you shoot your next country special. No. 50K. Whoever they put in front of me, I don't care who it is. Give me the money.
Yeah, no, but they always say, man, like the dinner, you always get like one donation. One donation. What about the dinner?
No.
Like 50K.
No, this year's gonna help me write jokes.
Okay, jump. So if you're a comedian, what career would you pursue?
That's a good one. I was into social media management for like the last 6 years. I had fun doing that. Probably that, and maybe trying to get some tenders. Yeah. I feel like I could be a tent entrepreneur.
Wait, before you continue, everyone watching, like, subscribe, follow, get stuck in, comment. Obviously, you've seen the comments in the section there. Hilarious comments, and stay tuned. Sorry, continue, General.
Yeah, fine. Just get my little cover of tenders, but I'll do the tenders properly. I'll do them properly. Yeah, I'll do them properly.
I don't think anything wrong with doing being a tenderpreneur.
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with that? It's literally starting like business. And
the guys don't do the job, but that's the issue.
10 years for the winter.
Yeah. This road from PE to East London is still. It's been like 20 years they've been building that thing, right? Sometimes it looks like the road's going backwards. It's like, I'm sure it was better in 2000. Like, as a kid, I remember. Them working on the road has made the road worse, man. It's like, I need back one.
But ever since the fish river closed, I think they stopped really caring about that because it was a resort there.
Fish river sun,
Ever since that resort closed, they stopped really attending.
The roads are shocking.
Okay, next question. Female celebrity crush. Obviously, talking about the ways, man.
Huh?
Talking about the ways. Talking about the girls, females.
Yeah.
They watching, you know what I'm saying? Girls can go out there watching all the peeps, all the celebrities. So who would jam? Date to marry. Like, let's keep it.
Date to marry. I'll probably go with Boy.
Boy. Yeah. Everyone points to the rapper as a look. You
know, like, I feel like I wouldn't be able. I don't know what I'd say if I didn't do. I'd be like, yeah, this is
one to make you nervous.
Yeah.
And the thing is now you obviously you're a comedy.
Yeah.
You're a big comedian.
Yeah.
You're soon gonna be one of the biggest comedians in the world. And I think, at some point you make it a moment where, you had a gig on stage. Hey, sorry, Chandler, can I have a photo? You know what I mean?
Yeah, we can do unlimited selfies. You can phone me anytime and say, yo, I want to do a selfie, I'll fly. I'll be like, yes. I'll tell my manager, book my ticket, I'm going to take a selfie with the boy.
Okay, for sure.
JAMJAM, we enjoy having you around here. So where can we...
Before we actually... There's actually we have 2 more questions.
Okay.
Let me get to 2 more questions and we'll wrap it up. What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
Best piece of advice is probably not everyone's going to be happy for your success.
Mm.
Yeah, that's probably the best advice.
Wow, it's so deep.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's the truth. It's the truth, but like whatever you do when you start elevating, some of the brass that you thought were gonna be in your corner, they look at some of the most disappointing characters.
Sometimes you just keep it to yourself.
Yeah, that building inside this thing. I know, like people think it's corny or whatever, but it's sometimes it is better to protect like what you have. But yeah, people will tell you, man, like hell, but people told me comedy wasn't a serious career. How many times? But yeah, I am doing the thing. So yeah.
Okay, but sorry. Yeah, we'll ask it after this. Last question. Boom. Okay. If you could play any position for any team in the world, who would it be? Like, which team would it be? Which position would it be? And why?
Any sport.
Right, rugby.
Rugby.
Yeah. Any team, any position. And why?
Will probably be fly half of the Springboks.
Fly with the Springboks, okay.
But just the man, like the number 10 in South Africa is so important. Like, yeah, you become like the face, like
pressure.
Yeah, right. I'm sure it comes with the gang and all. Yeah. When Pollard gets a kick over, I'm sure he's like, yeah.
But they all have that kicking, like they practice that.
Yeah, no, number 10 for sure.
Number 10,
bro. And win or lose on me. I love those situations, right? Like, but say, you tag. So I'm one of those guys, those sour losers. If it's on me to win a game or a kick and I miss, I'm looking to be like, You know those sour guys like after a derby back in the day, and the school would look and be like, but dog was you. They got like, tell me about costume.
There's always somebody to bring it around.
No, that's it for getting the scrubber. Obviously, now I just had my own. Well, I'm just curious, Obviously, I saw that you were with the Sharks. You go see the Sharks?
Yeah. Got to film some content with them. Yeah.
What was it about? Like content or?
I'm a Shark supporter, so then it was just like them inviting me to go see the Shark Tank.
Season man.
Yeah. Hey, we won the European trophy.
Gotta take it.
I was very shocked. I was very shocked by that, but we'll take it. But it was just to hang out, meet the team. They've invited me quite a few times. I went. I had a show in February. I was doing a show in Durban. They invited me for a game there. In March, also invited me for a game. And it was proper, man. They look after me.
Met the squad?
Yeah, the only guy I haven't met is D-Rex. Every time he's just not there, bro. And I'm like, I'm almost like, I'm almost like, that's the thing, I'm bad luck or something. Like, literally, every single other person I've met, bro. D-Rex, I'm like, bruh, come on, bro. And he's the man I really want to meet and be like, because his story is just, that's a South African dream. If there ever was one, like.
When it comes to South Africa's favorite, like last question to me, obviously everyone has their favorite commentator. You know, obviously I have. Talk about how you watch. You got commentated a few things.
Yeah.
You watch. You also. Cookie Sonkosi.
Yeah.
Also, digging into the culture. I watched you guys. I think you were somewhere together. I don't know.
Yeah, it was when Trickers came back from his fight.
Yeah. But there was a comment of who's the best comedian in social media comedian. There was a bit of a debate. There was a bit of the point of getting into it. You know what I mean? Who's the best? Who's the one?
It's not even a contest, but every tongue shall confess, every knee shall bow. Sorry,
Cookie. We'll take it.
I thought you were going to ask me my favorite commentator. I was going to say without a shadow of a doubt, it's like, I would. People don't have positive commentary. Some of my friend, I remember the one time the shots kicked off and Lukanya caught it off the kickoff, and the other team thought it was gonna go out, so they left it, and then he caught it and scored a try, and they're like, "Yeah, what's up, get it?" And they're like, and the way it's three shots, yeah, man. Yo, I
wasn't commentary got me when Angelo Davis ran over Uzbek man.
And then he came back and he said, "What's up, Zapino?" That was my favorite.
The best thing is Angelo Davis did it again in the Cow Cup game, and the commentators loved it. I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah.
No, I think JAMJAM, man, it was really nice to have you here. It's our first episode. You know, we went live today. We had some technical arrangements to get right. We got them right. Got you here.
Yeah.
And you know, we're happy to have you here. Let the people know where they can find you, how they can, you know, get in contact with you, how they can, you know, tune into your content, and just give them a few bars there.
So on Instagram it's JAMJAM the Comedian. On all platforms actually it's JAMJAM the Comedian.
Like, subscribe.
Like, subscribe, follow.
All the good things.
WhatsApp channel, everything. It's JAMJAM the Comedian. And I'm going on a bit of a tour this year. So August I'm in the UK for a month.
Wow.
And then the real East London. So and then I'm gonna do Cape Town in November, so people must look out for those dates. I'm doing at the Artscape Theatre there, and then 10th of November, a very big show at the Theatre on Square in Sandton.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my website's coming soon, and then all the information will also be there. But Instagram is probably where I upload most of it for you.
Okay, that's fine. No, okay, well, like I said, you here with your host, Wukila Sufisa, and your other co-host,
Coach Ninja and Goody.
Eastern Cape's greatest rugby mind, in my opinion.
Stop.
Why you guys dress so formally before we go?
No,
it felt like I was going into some meeting with pastors from a church who want money to rebuild the toilets as they towers. I thought you guys were going to ask for donations to rebuild the toilets in the church, man. I thought you guys. Okay, so the other guests, hey man, me, he's too much for me.
He's more comfortable with you.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's
Okay, like we said, thank you for that. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here on the live. Like, subscribe, follow. Tune into JAMJAM's page. Tune into Coach Ninja's page. Tune into my page. Tune into the Scrum At Me channel. follow the content, enjoy it. Like we said, we're gonna be here. This is episode 1. Many more to come. Exciting stuff planned for the future. Dynamic. Everything's gonna be good. Let's go. W's in the chat. Everyone just comment, like, all the good things. Tishala, any part before we go?
No, thanks so much for having us, folks. We're very excited for the journey we're gonna be on with the new show.
Yeah.
Thank everyone who makes it possible for us to be here.
Yeah, man.
And can't wait to have more shows to come. Books.
Yeah, that's true, Tishala. We'll see you guys soon. I'm your host, Books. This is Coach Smija, aka Tishala. This is the can you say JAMJAM, the comedian. And thank you for being with us, guys. Yeah.